RHOC Shannon Beador and John Janssen huge lawsuit update. RHOC star Shannon Beador has a huge update regarding the lawsuit brought against her by her ex, John Janssen. It has been a big part of season 19, given that his now fiancée, Alexis Bellino, rejoined the cast after a decade. So, what is the current status of the lawsuit and is it going any further? Keep reading for more details. Shannon Beador and John Janssen huge lawsuit update. The entire time Shannon Beador and John Janssen were dating, she claimed she paid for everything. Furthermore, she alleged that he did not want to be in the public eye and the two broke up right before the season 17 reunion. Shannon claimed they rekindled their romance for around 6 months. Yet, they kept it quiet and then, they ended it and she was arrested for her DUI. After that, he officially cut ties and within 2 months, he had moved on. John started dating RHOC alum, Alexis Bellino, whose husband, Jim, had sued both Shannon and Tamra Judge. This lawsuit cost the ladies hundreds of thousands of dollars, and it was very stressful. Of course, this made for great television, so Bravo brought Alexis back as a friend for season 18. She had reconciled with Tamra and was close friends with Heather Dubrow, so that was a loophole, rather than she was dating John Janssen. Then, he sued Shannon for $75,000. He claimed she owed him the money for a facelift, but she believed it was a gift. There was a lot of negotiation and now the lawsuit has finally been settled. Though the terms have not been disclosed, it is now over. Their settlement conference, set for November 22nd, has now been cancelled and they can officially move on with their lives. Shannon Beador had offered him a settlement, but he declined. It then came out that he had footage of her drunk and nearly running over his daughter. Allegedly, he needed to have an insurance policy, so he kept it. Making nice. There was a final offer from John Janssen that Shannon Beador had to pay him back, but she also had to speak kindly of him. It looked like she was going down that road, but nothing was for sure. At the reunion, she maintained she spent tens of thousands at the beginning of their relationship. Alexis Bellino countered that John had done forensic accounting and spent an insane amount. This included a $10,000 necklace, which Shannon denied she got. So what are followers saying now that everything has been settled? Good, I never want to see John Janssen and Jesus Jugs on my TV again. I hate him so much, what a waste of everyone's time. So how long now till we get a breakup post about the trashy two? The Bravo universe buzzed with intrigue as Shannon Beador, a staple of the Real Housewives of Orange County, found herself embroiled in a legal firestorm alongside her ex-boyfriend, John Janssen. What began as a quiet post-breakup adjustment had exploded into a high-stakes lawsuit, and the details were juicier than a glass of Venus CBD-infused rosé. Chapter 1. The spark that ignited the drama. It all started with whispers. A former business associate of John Janssen filed a lawsuit, claiming fraudulent misrepresentation and breach of contract involving a now-defunct investment firm Janssen had allegedly operated during his relationship with Shannon. While the case didn't initially mention Shannon, it wasn't long before her name appeared in connection to some questionable financial dealings. Reports suggested that Shannon may have unwittingly benefited from funds tied to the alleged scheme. A splashy expose revealed that the pair had attended lavish vacations in Cabo and Aspen, vacations allegedly financed by misappropriated investments. Though Shannon's friends vehemently defended her, saying she was an innocent bystander, the court of public opinion wasn't as kind. I don't know anything about these business dealings, Shannon claimed in a statement to the Orange County Register. I trusted John during our time together, but I am not responsible for his actions. Still, the optics weren't great. Shannon, already recovering from her recent DUI arrest and grappling with public scrutiny, now had to contend with being subpoenaed. Chapter 2. Bravo's role. Shannon and John's legal woes quickly spilled into Bravo territory, with RHOC producers seizing the opportunity to weave the scandal into the upcoming season's narrative. Shannon's co-stars were quick to chime in during their confessionals. Heather Dubrow, ever the queen of sharp wit, remarked, "Well, I guess Shannon's not just the queen of QVC, she's dabbling in Ponzi schemes now." Meanwhile, Emily Simpson, a lawyer by trade, found herself in a unique position. "It's a mess, and I feel bad for her," Emily admitted on camera. But I can't help thinking, if this were a case I was handling, Shannon's name would be a lot harder to separate from John's than she's claiming. As tensions rose among the cast, producers made the lawsuit the centerpiece of several group scenes. A now iconic lunch at the deck in Laguna Beach saw Shannon storming out mid-meal after Tamra Judge quipped, "So, Shannon, are we paying with our credit cards or John's investors' money?" Chapter 3. The Fallout. Amid the mounting pressure, Shannon took a bold step. She filed a counterclaim, alleging that the plaintiff's accusations were baseless and defamatory. Her legal team painted her as a victim of circumstance, claiming she had no knowledge or involvement in any of John's alleged misconduct. Yet things only got more complicated when Gina Kirschenheiter found herself inadvertently entangled in the drama. An acquaintance of Jenna's ex-husband Matt was named in the lawsuit as a potential witness. Though Jenna had no connection to the case, the coincidence was enough to reignite tensions between her and Shannon. "You've been talking about my DUI, but look at you now," Jenna shouted during a heated argument at a dinner party hosted by Taylor Armstrong. "Maybe I should take your kids to CPS like you tried to do with mine." The dinner spiraled into chaos, with Shannon sobbing, "I don't deserve this. I'm doing my best." Meanwhile, Heather calmly sipped her champagne, muttering, "This is why I stick to my bougie lifestyle and avoid lawsuits." Chapter 4. John breaks his silence. For months, John had remained silent, despite mounting public interest. But as the lawsuit escalated, he finally broke his silence in an exclusive interview with People. "I understand why Shannon feels betrayed," John admitted, "but my focus is on clearing my name. Shannon had no knowledge of my business dealings, and I hope people will stop dragging her through the mud." Still, his statements did little to quiet the storm. Critics accused him of throwing Shannon under the bus to save himself, while others speculated that the interview was a strategic move by his PR team. Shannon, for her part, remained livid. "John is no knight in shining armor," she told Page 6. "I supported him emotionally and financially, and now I'm being punished for trusting the wrong person." Chapter 5. A legal twist. Just when it seemed the case couldn't get messier, a bombshell revelation emerged. One of John's former business partners claimed Shannon had attended meetings where questionable transactions were discussed. Court documents described an alleged dinner at Nobu Newport Beach, during which Shannon and John met with potential investors. Though Shannon insisted she was there only as moral support, the plaintiff argued that her presence lent credibility to the operation. Meanwhile, Shannon's RHOC castmates speculated wildly. "I'm not saying Shannon's guilty," Tamra said in a confessional, "but let's just say this isn't her first rodeo with legal drama." Even Shannon's closest ally, Vicki Gunvalson, weighed in. "If you love Shannon like I do, you know she'd never intentionally hurt anyone," Vicki tearfully told producers. "But maybe she got too caught up in the lifestyle." Chapter 6. Public opinion. Fans of RHOC were divided. Some rallied behind Shannon, calling her a victim of circumstance and pointing to her history of resilience. Others criticized her for what they saw as a pattern of reckless behavior. Social media buzzed with memes, hashtags, and think pieces dissecting every development. On Twitter, hashtag Justice for Shannon trended alongside hashtag ROC Scandal. Bravo fans debated whether Shannon would, or should, return for the next season. "Shannon brings drama, but this is too much." One fan wrote on Reddit, "She needs to step back and focus on her life." Others argued the opposite. "This is Bravo gold." A commenter exclaimed, "Shannon's chaos is what keeps RHOC alive." Chapter 7. The Future. As the case trudged on, Shannon leaned heavily on her family and close friends. In an emotional Instagram post, she shared a photo of herself with her daughters, writing, "No matter what happens, I have the love and support of my girls, and that's all I need." Meanwhile, John's legal team signaled that a settlement might be on the horizon. While the details remained unclear, insiders speculated that both sides were eager to avoid a lengthy trial. For Shannon, the road ahead was uncertain. With her Bravo contract reportedly under review and her reputation on the line, she faced an uphill battle. But if there's one thing Shannon Beador has proven over the years, it's that she's nothing if not resilient. As Heather once quipped, "Shannon may be messy, but she's like a phoenix. She'll rise from these ashes, probably with a cocktail in hand. For now, Bravo fans await the next chapter in this ever-evolving saga, knowing full well that in the world of the Real Housewives, the drama is never truly over.